Hey everyone, Skull902 back here for the finale of Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. This is part 6, and we're going to be going through worlds C as well as D today. This one's going to be kind of a weird one in terms of commentary and whatnot, because, again, I'm running out of things to say, and I'm just going to be going wild in terms of topics of discussion and whatnot. One such topic of discussion is my performance on commentary. Holy fucking shit. This one included. This is my second take on this part. Thankfully, I haven't had to do any more than 2 tries at a single part so far, anyway. But things that I forget or get wrong, like Clement, in terms of Let's Playing, like Clement J642 or the Great Clement or whatever, his catchphrase is his catchphrase is "but I digress." My catchphrases might as well be something I forgot in the last part was, or something I need to correct myself on because I got it wrong in the last part was, because I just get things wrong, and I seem to have a tough time remembering what to talk about and keeping a good flow in commentary. This is my venting part. This is my venting part right here. Let me tell you. So, again, there's things that I forgot about and things that I got wrong, and hopefully in this finale part here, I get them right and I don't forget fucking anything. So, let's get into this. Something I forgot in the last part was a detail about All Night Nippon Super Mario Bros. One of the changes to that particular version of Mario 1 is that Luigi actually has his playstyle in this game. So that's pretty interesting. So again, slower acceleration, but faster overall, like top running speed, bigger jump, and worse traction. So that's pretty cool, but unfortunately, this comes at the expense of the 2-player mode. So, if you're interested in trying that version of Mario 1 out, and you just so happen to have, like, a friend that you want to try it out with, you can't play 2-player mode. Sorry to say. The 2-player mode, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Also, C2, fuck you. One of the levels that gave me the biggest, toughest time in recording. C3, it's like 7-3, I believe the level was. Except they add a Lakitu and wind. Oh wait, no, the wind wasn't added. The wind was in the original, but they add a Lakitu, and that makes this one a much bigger pain in the ass than it was before. But anyway, the thing that I got wrong last time was about, once again, Bowser's brother. I have to bring up Bluezer again. God damn it. So, let's get this fucking straight right now. In the 8-bit game, he appears only in 8-4. In Super Mario Bros. All-Stars, Bluezer appears in 8-4 as well as D4. So that's my big correction on that front. Bluezer is only a one-time appearance in the original 8-bit version, and then in the 16-bit All-Star version, he's a doubleheader. C4. Let me tell you about these castles now, because we're done with Bluezer. Unless if I fucking play Mario Tennis or Super Smash Bros. What is it, Ultimate or Wii U, whichever one that was a alternate color palette is, in. I'm not fucking talking about Bluezer anymore, at least for the time being. Nintendo, you can still reach out to me if you want me to write the next Paper Mario game. Anyway, C4 is a much, much, much tougher version of an earlier castle, and I forget what world it is, I'm sorry. Because of this here bullshit, this timing is almost impossible to make. Thankfully, during the 8,000 retakes that I had to make to record this level, I was able to discover a super mushroom, so I was able to get that and carry it through that part. It took a while for me to actually get to that part with the mushroom and then beat Bowser. I think that was my 4th time running into Bowser. So, you know, he's got like a fire bar there. He throws the hammers. It's kind of difficult, especially when you're just small Luigi. So, yeah, that's how it went. And, just, goddamn. And then when you get into World D, you're greeted with a, horrifically hard to make jump. Like, look at this. Look at this. Ugh. This one was such a pain in the ass to record, this particular part. But getting away from that now, I'm going to get to something that I enjoy. Just quickly here, because I want to bring the guy up. You know, if anyone hasn't heard of him, then, you know, please go check him out. I think he ran this game, Warpless, at AGDQ 2015. I could be wrong about that. But I just want to bring some special attention to a speedrunner. His name is GameJ06. I don't know any other games that he runs. He probably runs the original Mario if he runs Lost Levels, but he does run Lost Levels. And I just want to say in particular, dude's fucking hilarious. Dude's absolutely fucking hilarious. Probably the most entertaining time I've ever had watching a speedrunner. If not one of the most interesting, fun times I've had watching a speedrunner. Because most of the time you'll get speedrunners that just sort of stay silent for the most part or whatever. And then you get the ones that like to have fun, and then you get the ones that like to have fun and do it amazingly well. And GameJ06, oh man. I just wanted to give him a little bit of a shout out here. Even though with my small ass channel that doesn't help his at all. Just go seek him out. He's amazing, he's funny. I'll give you an example, like, he'll make a tight jump or something and he'll be like, ooh, excuse me, you know. Good stuff, GameJ06. Keep on running Lost Levels till you grab that world record if you don't already have it, man. Fantastic stuff. Now then, without a credit scroll, and I did give myself some lead-in time, I just want to get into my final thoughts on the game because I'm running out of shit to say, to be perfectly honest, and I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me ramble on about boring bullshit for, you know, the rest of this video. So I might as well include something, like, thoughtful and whatever. I did not expect D2 to go that fast. Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. You know, a lot of people like to give it shit about just how hard it is. But I feel like some slack needs to be cut for it because this is exactly what they designed the game for. Like, they put on the original packaging 4 super players. You know, that wasn't just a marketing term. That was like a bit of a fair warning to newcomers as well. That this game was not this game was not going to be your average Mario romp. You know, this one was going to be much harder. Especially, well, I guess they didn't warn you about how hard this was going to be as Luigi. This is also clutch, by the way. Fuck yeah. Goddamn, I love that. Anyway, but, you know, they gave you fair warning about how difficult the game was going to be, in my opinion. And, you know, comparisons like to be made with the Kaizo ROM hacks. But honestly, I don't see it. I really don't see it. Because Kaizo stuff, you look at, like, you know, some of those Super Mario World hacks, and there's some shit that you really gotta know, like, complicated glitches to do some of these things. And with Lost Levels, you do have to have a really good grasp on the physics of Mario 1 and this game, and the changes that they made to this game, I should say, in mind. Like, you need to have that mastered in order to have any sort of a reasonable chance to do this. And they do throw some blind jumps and bullshit in your way, but it's not like, how should I say, like, dick-piercingly difficult. It's Nintendo Hard Plus, you know, it's like Nintendo Hard Plus. Nintendo Hard, but a little harder. So, again, I think the game needs to be given a little bit of slack for that. I quite like it. Maybe that's because this is one of the first games I ever played. And I grew up with this game as a beginner. And, you know, when I was a little kid, I didn't exactly know what 4 super players meant. But, you know, it's just something to take into consideration. This was what they made the game for, to be a big, huge challenge for those who had mastered Mario 1. And that's pretty much what I gotta say. I quite like this game. Between this and the original game, I don't know if I can really tell. Perhaps this one is just like a little less. But overall, I really like it. And Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels is a fantastic game, let me tell you. So a couple notes about D4 before I leave. The first room is essentially the same, but you have to take a different path than in 8-4. And from then on, the castle gets much different. You go into an outdoor area where there's wind and stuff, and then, you know, all that. The final room is much different as well. And then the credits song here is actually a little different from Mario 1, because the pitch will raise at a certain point. And that reflects in the All-Stars version. Because in Mario 1, the credits song just sort of plays the same tune over and over, but after a little while in Lost Levels, it will raise the pitch. So I think that's pretty interesting. The song itself, in both of the All-Star games, comes from Lost Levels. In Mario 1, it was just a short little tune with the first few notes from this, but the tune was expanded using the sound capabilities of the Famicom Disk System in Lost Levels to make more of a melody. And they expanded on that again with Lost Levels. So, quite interesting. Another thing I found pretty funny was in the little animation with Peach there, after you save her, is that, you know, after going through it again, you're already covered with, like, kiss marks and stuff. So I thought that was pretty interesting, too. So, yeah. That was exhaustive. But, ladies and gentlemen, if I forgot anything else, or got anything else wrong, I'll just say it in the extra video, which I never know when those come out. And I'm just gonna, you know, turn it in for now, as far as commentary goes. I hope that you enjoyed this part, at least, the venting part. And, goddamn. I am now done with the main parts of Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. Fantastic, if not extremely difficult game, in my opinion. Whether you play it as Mario or as Luigi. In my opinion, it's a fun time. It might not be your idea of a fun time, but opinions. I am going to go now. Hope you enjoyed. I've been Skull902. Thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day. And also watch out for Bootleg Luigi.